Hello, welcome to Infinite Sky. My name is Danguole and today I'm going to talk about apathy and abulia. I wanted to talk about these subjects for a very long time, maybe for a month, but I couldn't because of apathy and abulia, so that's funny. But today I gathered my willpower and decided to do this task, as I can say it. So I'm going to start with the definition of apathy. So according to Google, apathy is a lack of interest, enthusiasm, or concern. This is more like widespread term, and abulia is more like psychiatric term. So abulia means an absence of willpower or inability to act decisively, a symptom of schizophrenia or other mental illness. Okay, so this is quite like serious thing and serious symptom that I had for a long time. I think right now it will be 2 years, like definitely 2 years, but I could say that I had like apathy and abulia maybe 2 more years before that, because it was not so obvious, but I still had the symptoms. How my day looks like is just that I wake up, I do simple tasks that I have to do, like I go with my kids to the kindergarten, then I come back. I barely could make myself breakfast, but once I've done breakfast and I ate my breakfast, then that's it. Like my strength, my stamina, my willpower is gone, and I know I have to do a break. So then I just lay in my bed and I'm trying to connect with my emotions. So in this video, I will share 2 steps how to get rid of apathy, how to overcome the apathy and abulia. But for me, it's a really struggle. Like it's been for 2 years and like almost 4 years. Like it caused me a lot of difficulties in my life because I feel inadequate, like I feel not enough as a person because I cannot do usual tasks and usual stuff that most people can. For example, I cannot go to work. I cannot maintain regular job because of this condition. I have to make sure that I get enough sleep, I rest, and I have to make sure that my schedule is not overloaded. And I always have to make time for myself. If I don't listen to myself and if I do regular stuff that most people do, like if I'm active all day long, then I get tons of anxiety, because I noticed that this is a spectrum. So in one side there is an anxiety, and in another side is apathy. And so this is kind of like a traumatic response. The body, like psyche and the body responds to the trauma that was caused in this lifetime, or maybe in another lifetimes as well. So how does it work? Like how to heal this stuff? Either you get anxiety or you get apathy. And for me, it's always changing. Like if I don't listen to my body enough, then I get a lot of anxiety, and then this is a so like overwhelming feeling that I know this is a signal from my body to listen to myself and rest, okay, and be like passive in my daily routine. But if I spend enough time by myself and if I do emotional healing, then the apathy subsides and I can be quite normal for some time of the day, like maybe for like 5 hours in a day. So that's enough time for me to do things that I should do. So for example, take care of my kids, go to the shower and do at least some work at home, like cleaning and those kind of things. So for me, it's been a struggle, and I know that this is a journey for me that I have to go. So I try not to compare myself to other people, but sometimes I do, and then like I basically like get really depressed about this life situations. So as you noticed, I have, maybe you have noticed, I don't know, those people who follow me, I have stopped doing private readings because of this condition. And I haven't, and I didn't make a post about this because I was so embarrassed, because even though I suffer from this condition from a very long time, but it's third year that I suffer, and I feel like I should have already overcame this problem. I am not, so I felt very embarrassed. So I was just hiding and not even opening the YouTube Studio app and not looking at the comments, like anything, because I was so embarrassed. So I'm going to share two steps way to overcome apathy. So first step is connect with your emotional being. So whenever you notice that you're in apathy or abulia, you have no energy, and you feel not motivated and not enthusiastic about any of the stuff that you do in life, you must prepare yourself to rest. And not only rest, not only like passively resting and watching TV or doing some, scrolling the phone, but you have to put effort in yourself and connect with your emotions. And the thing with apathy is that it's very hard to connect with the emotions, because apathy causes numbness. So this is like being emotionally numb to the trauma that you have experienced in the past. So what kind of trauma that is? Like I noticed for myself, the trauma is that it's like basic trauma, like every soul eventually comes to this point of time. The trauma is that other people rejected you. Other people rejected you, they didn't see your potential, or they didn't see who you are. So they were criticizing you, judging you, and rejecting you. And this happened a lot of times. Many times, and many lifetimes before. Okay, so you were rejected as a person who is doing stuff, who is active, who is managing your life, or like do any kind of activity. Okay, so other people rejected, either your parents or society or other people. And then this is kind of like caused this restriction in the heart chakra, and because of these restrictions, the person started to isolate himself from other people and isolate the energy levels as well. Okay, so I think this is what happened to me. Maybe other people could share different stories, but this is what happened to me. So first step is connect with your emotional being and find those parts that are numb. And they are numb because when you were a child and you were unable to express your emotions and process those emotions that you were feeling as a response to some people criticizing you, rejecting you. And then you shut down your heart chakra, shut down your emotional center. So you need to connect and find those places and be safe enough to feel those repressed emotions. So this is the way how you overcome apathy. Connect with those emotions and feel those emotions that are numb, that were numbed. Then the second step to overcome the apathy is use your willpower. You need to use your willpower only when you already connected with your emotional being. okay? When you are already understood how you're feeling inside, okay? What are your thoughts and emotions? Then you can use the willpower to get out of this apathy. And when you use your willpower, I mean, like, don't overuse it, but just use it in a constructive way. So for example, you need to do some simple tasks like going to the shower, washing the dishes, and you are in absolutely apathy. So you connect with your emotions maybe for an hour or maybe 2 hours. And then if you still feel apathy, you need to use your willpower and get out of the zone of apathy and go to the shower and go shopping or whatever you have to do. But those tasks should be simple. So basically, if you are struggling like me, like with the strong feelings of apathy, and like this is a very serious condition, then you must rearrange your life completely, and you have to change your daily routine. And I would recommend even to not have a lot of responsibilities in your life, like job or something that you must take care of for a long time, for committed time period. So yeah, and this is how you overcome the apathy, like connect with your emotional being and then using the willpower to get out of the zone. Why you need to use your willpower? Because I feel like whenever I am in apathy, like I feel like some parts of me want to stay in apathy, want to stay numb. And you have to resist the temptation to stay in this place, because this is a very unhappy place to stay in. So you must use your willpower to do and to get your energy flowing in some way, at least in a little way. And then your body will remember this response, and next time it will be easier and easier for you to get out of these zones, of get out of these phases when you feel apathy. Okay, so I hope that helps. And I also have this idea that addictions might be caused because of the apathy, because I think that addiction is a form, a way for the soul to search this dopamine. Like addiction is a form of searching pleasures in life. So pleasure comes, like seeking pleasure comes from the contrasting feeling, which is being in a numb state, being like feeling that the life is dull, the life is boring, there is nothing to, there's no meaning in life. And then addicts are searching for something that is in total contrast of how they feel. So they are searching for pleasures. So I feel like addiction is caused by the same traumatic response that is caused by rejection of people, and the same trauma is basically what is causing the addiction. So for me, I really like aware of wanting to be addicted to something, because I have addictive qualities in myself, I have addictive patterns. So whenever I'm in apathy, I used to, like this was in the past, so whenever I was in apathy, I used to search for some pleasant activities that will heighten my levels of dopamine in my brain. So like chocolate, eating sweet stuff, also scrolling phone for numerous hours, watching like silly stuff on TV, doing anything that could numb my feeling that I was feeling. So this is my theory, that addictions are caused by the same trauma that apathy is caused. So in the core of addiction, there is apathy, and you need to heal this apathy. I could share more thoughts about apathy and abulia, because it was a really hard journey for me. But basically, I already feel exhausted from talking, because of talking to you. Yeah, for me, doing this video, it was very hard job because I had to do my makeup. I had to clean my space that I film, at least this space. And it requires for me such a like strong stamina to do those things. Like it's very hard and difficult task for me to do. So yeah, and I also wanted to share another thing that I forgot. Like my parents, my mother and my father, they don't believe that I have this condition, and they feel, maybe they don't say it in my face, straight to my face, they don't say it, but I feel like they think that I am lazy and I'm just, you know, like I'm basically lazy and I'm not using my time productively. I'm not organized maybe, and I don't have desire to work. But I have desire to work. I want to work. I want to be like a normal human being. But I can't because of this condition. So, and another thing that I wanted to say, I'm not going to therapy. I'm not going to the psychotherapy. But I recommend going to the psychotherapy if you have this condition. But for me, I feel like I already have a lot of experience with self-reflection, and I know myself. I intuitively know what to do in my healing journey. So that's why I don't go to therapy anymore, but I used to go for 3.5 years. So I know how therapy works, and I basically do the same thing with myself. So yeah, even though I know this is almost like a medical condition, and this is maybe a symptom of depression, and I think that antidepressants could heal me, not heal me, but could correct this condition. But I don't believe, like, you know, I'm not against antidepressants, but I think that if you're using them, you're basically not fully overcoming your issues, because some parts of your brain are being affected by those antidepressants, and you're not fully experiencing your trauma and emotional response, emotions, feelings, everything that comes with apathy. So I'm not recommending for anybody this path, but if you're feeling that you can overcome this without any medication, I recommend to do this, at least for some time, to fully understand yourself and to fully heal yourself. But of course, there are many cases that medication is helpful, and like I said, I'm not against the medication. So that's it. Hopefully you'll find my video interesting, and bye.